So it's day 2 in the jungle. It was a heavy day yesterday, getting adjusted to the high humidity and temperature. Absolutely exhausted in the morning as we stepped in and made our way to the first camp. We set up. It's about 7:35 in the morning, so it's time to get out of my hammock. This is what my bedroom view looks like. You can just about see some of the other guys. Their hammocks are set up over there. So best get up and get ready for the day ahead. That's what kept me away from all the rain last night. There's my hammock.
As always, the weather changed very quickly between getting out of my hammock and the rain came down. That was just as we were ready to break camp. Fair to say I was wet again, but jungle rain was actually a welcome delight to the body. You just needed to watch out for basically things falling from trees. Hence, it was always a good idea to wear a hat.
Day 2, it's still the morning. We've pretty much broken camp. Now I just need to go and get some fresh water, so I'm going to follow this stream all the way up. I just need to watch my step as I go. You see there's some pipe work here that the locals have laid to get fresh water down to the banana farm, I've been told. But, this is also the way we go where we have a wash. At base camp 1. Today we head to base camp 2. Still day 2. This is what lunch break looks like. This is John. How's it going, John? So the guys just literally just broke camp for a second. There's one of our DS, Andy. My niece Shona. And I have to say, getting in just to this point on our way to base camp 2, I've gone through at least 3 litres of water, constantly sweating, and putting a bit of water over my head helps as well. Like I say, it's the only way you can cool down. I'm not going to lie, I was absolutely miserable, but managing to cool down makes a big difference. So we're going to have a lunch break and then move on, and I'll jump back in on camp when we get to camp 2.
I saw this one leech, it was coming at me, probably about half a metre away from it. You could see its head point up, it stood proud, and it was getting a new bearing on my location, and then started making its way slowly towards me. It's quite an incredible sight, really.
Day 2 in the jungle, mate. How's it going?
I can't get my breath. It's just unforgiving. Undulating, I can't even speak. Terrain, and yeah, you're always trying to find other holes to breathe through, and there's not enough.
There's not enough. Come on.
As we finally made our way downhill again, I could hear in the distance the sound of a waterfall, and that sound, honestly, it's the sound of recovery. You know that it brings with you thermal regulation and a source to basically top your bottles up, get fresh water in you. It's just, the senses that you have at that time when you're in the jungle, when you're so hot and you're so exhausted, to hear running water it's like an oasis.
How's phase 2 of day 2, mate?
I'll pick this over any hotel or any other experience, because when you're blowing out your rear end, excuse that, ladies and gentlemen, and you're so hot and you can't cool down, and you come to this, nothing beats it. And there's no other experience in my whole life of nearly 50 years that's come close, so I highly recommend it.
Within a couple of hours, we got set up. Everyone was set up, and people headed to this sort of small beach by the river. And that's when the DS explained to us that base camp 3 was no longer safe. They had a lot of deadfall since last year when they were there. So we were gonna make do where we were for 2 nights. And so we proceeded with getting our jet balls out, getting the food going, and once the food was done, it's usual routine. We've got to get in the river, get washing, get that personal admin stuff done before we get into our hammocks, ready for the night.
Well, it's about 9:30 now. We've done a full day, some serious walking today, really tested me again. Also hiking actually. Found a lovely location. We're now at base camp 2, and we're now going to be here for 2 nights.
mainly because our other camp, a load of trees have fallen down, so I think it's for health and safety reasons, basically. I'm now in my hammock, so I've had a wash in the river, had my dinner, totally knackered. I'm going to be quiet and you'll be able to hear just the sound of the river in the background and the insects, and then I will sign off and see you in the morning.